does it ever cease to amaze you, Buckeye Nation, and the way it turns out? And I mean, it's pretty obvious, isn't it?
I mean, you're right. It doesn't cease to amaze me. I mean, no matter what it is, it's just amazing that we've had a lot that's gone on, really, even the 6 years that I've been here now.
Yeah.
And whether it's been COVID or now this NIL, I mean, there's just so many things that come up, and they just the support has always been so strong, and you can just tell what Ohio State. You just get constantly reminded of what Ohio State means to so many people.
Yeah.
So it's just it's just about greatness and something that we take a lot of pride in.
Do you feel like, I mean, we were talking to Chris before the thing started, Chris Holtmann, and do you feel like you guys also have to be almost pitchmen now, as opposed, I mean, to further these things along too? I mean,
I think you have
that's
to be
part
a
of the job anyway.
Well, you have to be a part of it, but I just think now more than ever, people really appreciate authenticity, and I think you constantly have to be promoting your program for sure, but I just think people appreciate realness, and I think now more than ever it's appropriate.
Yeah.
It's got to get them used to this. How used to it are you now? It's still only like a year that this has been, maybe a little over a year that this has been part of the landscape.
Yeah, I mean, the thing that's tricky is just that, in the NIL space, there's just not everything, but most of what goes on is outside the university. So, when it comes to recruiting and different things, it makes for some gray area. And I think that's where it's probably the biggest challenge for all of us. And it's not easy, but we're blazing the path the right way here, and Gene's leading the way and doing things the right way. And so, that's one of the great things about being at Ohio State is I can follow his lead in this area. He really allows me to focus on the team, and he takes a lot of his stuff on.
Are you bringing stories and things back to him?
Absolutely.
To say, like, this is what we're hearing, or this is what athletes are telling
Constantly.
us, and we need to change our policy or adjust our policy?
We've changed our thought process and approach and talk about this weekly. And one thing we haven't done is put ourselves out there too far, down one road, and not been able to come back. So I think that's been good, but we've also made a lot of progress. So we'll keep doing it the right way because listen, you got to do things right at Ohio State. It's a first-class place, and we're going to continue to do that.
But Ohio State, Buckeye Nation, so to speak, that this kind of an event just showing you what's available out there now for people in the name, image, and likeness realm.
Yeah, I think Gene hit it on the point when he said just like being more comfortable with the new space. I know it's new, and it's something that's new to everybody, even for me. So, I mean, I definitely think that it's an amazing thing, just to help us, help others, so we can help others, you know what I mean? So I definitely think that's amazing to do for everybody, so I'm excited.
Yeah, and you personally, and a lot of you guys have learned quickly about this thing, right? I mean, where's the best help come from?
I mean, as of like businesses, I mean, just like people in Columbus, people from back home, and everybody like that. So appreciate it, man.
Appreciate it. Can you believe we're to this point? I mean, how quickly this NIL thing has evolved, and obviously the foundation is a big part of that.
Yeah, I think we saw it coming. I don't know if we saw it coming this quick, to be honest with you, but I do think we saw it coming about 2 years ago, and we said, hey, this is inevitable. It's going to happen. This is going to be part of college athletics. No one knew what it was going to look like, and I think we're still figuring that out. But yeah, it has happened quicker maybe than any of us thought. What does
the foundation, like, for example, mean to the Ohio State effort from your vantage point? Maybe what you could talk about anyway.
The foundation's been phenomenal.
Yeah.
They have really been tremendous. But it is a collaborative effort, I think, for us to be able to do the things we need to do, and for football and all the sports, I think it's going to be a collaborative effort. Foundation's been great. They've been really helpful and really willing to reach out and help.
In what ways are they able to do that? Because I know it's a little bit confusing how all this kind of fits together. In what ways are they able to help?
Yeah, there's specific guidelines that we've been given by Gene and the compliance department on what we can and can't do. And we followed them. Obviously, you can't incentivize recruits. You can't promise them things. You're not allowed to be giving them things before they arrive on campus. But I think, again, are people doing that? Probably, Adam. But the reality is that that's not the expectation for us here.
What do you personally get out of an event like this, being here today?
Well, listen, they asked if I'd be a part of it, and I jumped in with 2 feet. We have some staff members here. I think, again, this is a collaborative thing with a lot of people in the community, and the foundation's been anxious and willing to help, and they've been aggressive, and can't tell you how much we appreciate it.
Do you have a feeling for like where you guys stand up nationally working with your collective compared to, I mean, some other places are just getting started and you guys are having things like this?
It's a good question. I think there are some that may be further along that might have jumped ahead of us here in some ways, and there might be some that are a little bit more slower to it. To be honest with you, Adam, I don't know for sure. I hear specific stories. Whether those specific stories, there's some embellishment when it comes to what's being offered and those kind of things. I think we can surmise that's probably the case.
Yeah. Is it best summarized that y'all can encourage this, but you can't? I mean, where's the line, I guess, between being affiliated with the foundation but not endorse? You know what I mean? Where does that fall, Chris?
Yeah,
Well, you understand it.
Yeah, the way I understand it is we can be a part of things like this, and I think listen, in every recruiting presentation we have, we talk about NIL, and we say, listen, it shouldn't be the reason you come to Ohio State. There are plenty of other reasons to come to Ohio State. It can be a reason, and a part of that are these places, these collectives like the foundation.
Yeah.
But in terms of the specifics of that, we don't really jump into that. We allow the recruits to navigate that.
How much